Welcome back. Let's talk about some new data structures over here. We have stacks and queues. Queues with probably the most confusing spelling of all time. Don't worry, even I, who am fluent in English, have a really difficult time spelling this, but it's queues. Anyway, don't worry, the data structure itself is not as confusing as the spelling of this data structure. We're going to learn two at the same time, stacks and queues, because they're very similar. They are both what we call linear data structures. And linear data structures allow us to traverse, that is, go through data elements sequentially, one by one, in which only one data element can be directly reached. And this will become more clear to you as we talk more about stacks and queues throughout the next couple of videos. Now, the reason that these are very similar is that they can be implemented in similar ways, and the main difference is only how items get removed from this data structure. You see, unlike an array, in stacks and queues, there's no random access operation. You mainly use stacks and queues to run commands like push, peek, pop, all of which deal exclusively with the element at the beginning or the end of the data structure. Now, after I said that, what was your first thought? Does it kind of sound limiting that with stacks and queues, we usually only can access the first or the last element in the data structure? Why would we ever want to use something like this? And this is an important topic in computer science. You will see that we can build things like stacks and queues, which are using arrays or linked lists. Except, unlike arrays and linked lists, we have less methods or less actions that we can perform on stacks and queues. And sometimes it's good to have these higher level data structures that are built on top of lower level ones like linked lists and arrays to limit the operations you can do on them. That's actually a benefit. In computer science, having this limited ability on a data structure is an advantage because you can control that whoever uses this data structure performs only the right operations that are efficient. If you give somebody all the tools in the world, it's a lot harder for them to operate than if you just give them 2 or 3, so that they know exactly what they need to do. Now, let's talk about stacks and queues throughout the next couple of videos to really understand how they work and then finally code our own. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.